In the client acquisition process, you can, as a user of our capabilities, enter in any prospective client's statement. And when you enter in that statement, you're able to generate all the quantitative information that our analytics toolkit gives you. So you could look at things again like diversification, you can look at performance and measure those up against benchmarks, and further, the real sales come through when you compare it against a model that you can create yourself. So whether your own firm has models or you work with a TAMP that has models, you can run the comparison side by side and at the highest level say, well, your current portfolio has X amount of return and X amount of risk. For the similar amount of risk, I could give you a much higher return. So that's a huge selling point. You have to remember we have 26 years experience in the marketplace building applications going back to floppy disks. So we have a lot of usability cases. We have clients that have been with us literally for 26 years and have a lot of input. Our objective at AdvisoryWorld is to live where the advisor is living. I don't want to have an advisor step away from their daily workflows to get to us. What we've gotten really good at is taking our capabilities and baking them into the hub. So it's a fully integrated solution. So you can get our reports out of Redtail. You can get our analytics out of Salesforce. Same thing with Orion and Allbridge and eMoney. These third-party applications are deeply embedding our capabilities within their hubs. The application layer is loosely coupled from the business logic layer running all the calculations, which in turn is loosely coupled to the database layer. You can just access the middle layer, all right? If all you want to do is generate XML content for a portfolio of investments and with that content, maybe you want historical return and standard deviation, you can access our middle layer without accessing our application layer. That's kind of comes back full circle with the concept of being extensible. We extend our capabilities in many different manners. There is a customization in terms of giving someone the off-the-shelf app that they can customize their own reports. You can go in and change the colors, you can put in your logos and what have you. Then the second level of customization would be using our API. All right, there's a different delivery method there, whereby a third party could come to AdvisoryWorld using a request and our API, and we can return either a customized PDF report, or we can just return the core underlying XML behind that PDF, which can be repurposed in their applications. So that's a huge difference. And then the last again would be the professional services component. So we really do specialize in building applications on top of our core platform. Advisors can sit down and review the client's existing account, existing household, and determine how volatile that portfolio has been historically in terms of risk and return, return versus standard deviation. You can look at beta, alpha. You can determine the correlation of the different assets versus one another. And you also have all the different equity and fixed income properties as part of the reports. We really want to understand what it is that our clients and our prospects are looking to do with our technology so that we can best gear them to run those types of analysis.